Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Claus Connect. I am Shawn White, Mrs. Claus Vintage, and I am happy you're here tonight. It is September 22nd, and tonight's show is going to be part two of Fit Santas. And we've got some really neat conversation ahead of us. So I'm going to give it just a minute for our audience to join us. And I will watch for that real quick. Here we go. See who's on here. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with one of the guests, and he is clearing it up, hopefully. Hello, Betsy and Jeff. Thank you for joining me tonight and us. Um, I might as well say this. Thank you, Angela. You are a wonderful producer, and I love you dearly, and I appreciate everything you do for us. And the TNL Network Productions for letting us be on here and everything they do. So we appreciate you. Hello, Charlie and Bart. Thank you for joining me. Stay bearded, Terry. Nice to see you. And John. We'll give it just a minute. So once again, I am Shawn White, Mrs. Claus Vintage, and tonight we are going to be talking with some Fit Santas from the group that Trevor started. They were unable to make it tonight, but that's okay. We'll carry on and represent well. Hello, Roger. Nice that you're on here. Thank you for joining us. So today, I'm just going to little sidetrack. I got a package in the mail. It's a big surprise. What would Mrs. Claus do? Signed by one of my favorite authors, Pamela McCall. So thank you, Pamela. And we might just have to have her back on here and talk about this book. I haven't had time to really even look through it yet. Um, Super nice surprise. I think I can hear our guest here. Um, Santa Dan, hello. And I think I've acknowledged our wonderful audience. So with that, we are going to have two guests tonight, Dennis Daniels and Cain Henry. They're just wonderful, easy to talk to, wonderful guys. And they're going to give us a lot of information that's going to help us in our seasons. Helps me. I've learned a lot already listening to them. Hello, Bruce. Thanks for joining us. And with that, Angela is going to run some pictures, and then I will have the guys join us. And for all of you that are following, if you would like to go to Fit Santas, Trevor Waltos is the gentleman that started the group. Um, Anybody can join it. All of you in the community, please get on there. There's lots of people that will support you and help you through the journey that you may be taking. So I talked to the Trevor was unable to make it. Leanne was unable to make it. Um, and Dave, everybody was busy. So they suggested that Cain Henry was somebody that we could all learn a lot from. So I called him and had a wonderful conversation. And let me question here, Angela, is Dennis ready to come on, or are we going to have a change in plan here? Okay. Okay. This is so stressful when this happens. Oh, he's ready. Are you on? Okay. Then let's have Dennis join us, please. Let's just get Dennis on here first, please, and then we'll get Kane on here in just a minute. Switch them.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay. I'm
we
not sure
got
what's
you.
going on. I don't.
There you go. Yes, a little bit. Yep. Sometimes I have to turn everything off that's surrounding me. Oh, wow.
So let me. It's okay with me if you can see me. Yes.
Still got background problems.
All right. There we go. How's that? Can you hear
That's
me?
good. Yes.
Can't hear me.
I can hear you. Yes. Yes.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Ah,
I can't hear you. I think I was hearing you through my phone. I
can
was
you
hearing you
just
through
use
my phone one,
the
and now that
phone?
you've turned it off, I can't hear you. So I'd have to turn. I'm only getting the volume on one. All right. So can you go back to the other camera? And I just turned the volume down, so hopefully we won't get that feedback.
He's using
Oh,
the
the other
phone for
camera's
audio
gone.
and his
There you
computer for
go.
video.
It went off. That's what happened. Oh, this is horrible. And everything was working. I was on at 6:30.
Man.
I am so sorry.
So why don't we
Let's try again.
give him a minute to get this figured out and get Kane on here and let's talk to Kane. How about that?
Allow.
Hey, guy.
Hello.
thanks, thanks for your patience. We appreciate it.
Oh
Um,
no, it's fine.
so welcome, Kane. You are a man with a story, and it's quite fascinating. Angela, can you just mute for a second with that, all of that? Um, okay, so
Huh?
tell me how long you've been on Fit Santa's, the group, with the group to start out with.
I joined the group a couple months ago.
Okay,
I'd say maybe 2 months ago,
okay,
and met Dennis.
okay,
Yeah.
fabulous. So I guess we could start with
If you
tell
want
us.
to switch back to Dennis, that's okay. I think he can hear us now.
Can you hear us? Are you good? Can't hear him though.
Oh, nope.
We got you.
Okay.
Okay.
And let me set it properly. You can hear me, correct? I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
There we
Yeah.
go. All righty.
There we
Okay.
go.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, it
This
took some
is
doing, but here I am.
just practice for the season, right?
There's
Way to look
always
at it.
something. There's always, you have to be prepared for anything.
Yes, you do. Not a
Hi,
problem.
Cain.
Hello. It's nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you. Well, kind of in person. We've talked a little bit, but
Yeah.
nice to see you here.
That's what I said. I wanted to call you before, but I kept having to work.
It
That is
happens,
life.
right?
Life gets in the way.
Mm,
We all have to work, but keep grinding.
thank you. Yeah.
So, Dennis, tell us about Fit Santas. Tell me about the group. Give me a little background on it.
Absolutely. Well, I heard you mention Trevor Walters earlier.
Yes.
He is the creator and founder of Fit Santa on Facebook. Now, Fit Santa is a site for anybody really interested in fitness. It was founded by a Christmas performer, a Santa, Trevor Walters, and he had the mentality, same as I do, that why does Santa have to be an overweight man? He doesn't have to be. He started changing the mythos, and so did I. He launched this site, Fit Santa, on Facebook. And people started looking in on it. People wanted to get fit. People are getting older. Many of our brothers and sisters in red, we're getting a bit older, and we have to stay in shape. And it gave us a safe zone to go to where we could talk about our challenges, along with just the weight loss, along with things like arthritis and sciatica and all those other things that come with getting a little bit older. So it's a great site. I joined a few years into it, and Trevor and I, we just found out we had so much in common that we've kind of been like, kind of fist bumping and keeping this thing going together. He's launched me as one of the faces of Fit Santa. So when you go on the site, you might see my image up there.
Love that. Great
But
pictures.
it's Trevor's
Very
site, and he
good.
is my inspiration. And all you folks out there that check in with us, you're my inspiration as well, because this is, and Cain can tell you, this is a hard thing. It's something that it's hard to do on your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's honestly the audience is a big part of why I kept going.
Yeah. So Dennis, tell me how this started for you, your journey. Tell me about your son. That's what I want to hear about.
Yes. Well, that came in. I was always already Santa Claus. In 2000, my son was born in 2000. So I was already Santa Claus, but I was Santa Claus. I was the traditional Santa. I was at the time in 2000 when my son was born. I was just creeping up over 300 pounds at 5'6", and very unhealthy. Had sleep apnea, high blood pressure, um, pre-diabetic, everything that said I was going to be dead in a number of years. And but I had been hearing that for many years before, and just always felt like, well, I lift weights, I'm strong, I work out, my heart must be good. And but my doctors were telling me no, and I felt different. I felt sluggish all the time, could hardly breathe. I found some old videos, and when I was listening to myself, all I could hear was
Right.
because it was just, and I didn't realize it at the time, because when you're in it, you don't realize how deeply you're into it.
That's for sure.
Um, yeah, so my doctors basically assured me, you're not going to live to see your son be a man if you don't do something. And I've tried so many things in my life. So for me at that point, this became a life or death situation, and my weight was going up. So months were passing. I was now up to over 330. I just couldn't stop eating. And in the last year, it was incredible. I just don't even know where the weight came from. But my weight was going up. I was in desperate states. And it was the advent of gastric bypass surgery. And so in the 2000, it actually took me a year and a half. I went up and up and up in weight, waiting to get ready to 265 or 365. And then at that time, they required you to have to lose a certain amount of weight to show that you were dedicated, et cetera, et cetera. I had to go through that whole process in psychology and all that kind of thing. But I was getting creeping closer and closer to death. And so I had gastric bypass surgery, which saved my life. It turned it around for me. In a 2-year period, I went from 365 to 178. Um,
Wow.
but I embraced the lifestyle. At the time when I was going on, we had to go to classes with other people who had gone through it. And I heard people going in and they were saying right off the bat, I'm going to test this thing and see how it really works. And they started eating. It can be undone. They gained all their weight back. It's not a cure-all. So a lot of people say, oh, it's a shortcut or it's a whatever. No, it's a starting point for people who can't get started and or who are going to die instead. So for me, it did that. I was able to keep the weight off, and that was in my early 40s. I was able to keep the weight off for about 10 years or so, but it was slightly starting to creep back. Life gets in the way. Days like this, Kate, when you say you can't call your friend or something like that,
Yeah.
life gets in the way. And being a dad and being working full time and having the
That's what I was
pressures
going to
of
say.
life and working full time and trying to still work out and be a husband and a father. And I had to go back to school near that same time too to get my master's degree. So I was going to school, working full time, being a full time dad, a full time husband, an educator, dean of students. It was a lot, and I was eating my feelings.
Wow.
And so even with the gastric bypass, I went back up in weight to 265 pounds, and that was I maintained at that area till about 2 years ago. I was ranging in that 260, 265 pound range, and but knowing that what I had come through for my son, that was the first thing that made me take the risk was my boy Lucas. But knowing I was now backpedaling and I was heading back, I was doing the same things and going back to where I was, and I just refused to do that, and I had to find a different way for my son, for my wife, for my family, for my future. And I started doing Weight Watchers traditional, and I lost
It
some.
works,
I
right?
got those good habits of how to eat balanced, but it wasn't working totally for me. I kept seesawing back and forth between 240 and 260, 240 and 260. And then about a year ago, I discovered intermittent fasting.
Yep.
For me, intermittent fasting became the answer. That was my
That's
key.
what I do too.
Okay,
Believe
so
in
with
that.
me, I'd use a 16-hour block. Do you do a 16-hour, Sean?
Yep, one meal
Yeah.
pretty much a day,
And
and I'm not even hungry. I gotta remind myself to eat.
exactly. I get yelled at by my friends and family
Yeah.
sometimes. You haven't eaten yet? And I was like, I'm just busy and I don't get hungry in the same way. So
Mm-mm.
intermittent fasting got me down to under 200 pounds and felt very confident there. And I feel comfortable on it. It's just very natural. I don't have to count calories. I don't have to, it's easy for me and I need easy. But I still wanted to lose some more weight. I was like, okay, I'm down here. I'm feeling pretty good around 200. But I was like, okay, I remembered what it felt like back in my 20s, having a small waist for a amount of time. I did, um, and I was like, I'd like to try to get there again because I was on a roll. Positive feeds positive, and so I said, what can I do? My sister said she was trying something, and some of you may have heard of this. It's very popular now, the carnivore diet. So I am now on the carnivore diet in combination with intermittent fasting because when I have my carnivore meal, it's usually a big meal of all protein and I'm full and I don't really want to eat anything again.
Well,
So it's kind of the combination, but it helped me go right down from 198, 199 down to 178. It dropped the last 20 pounds off of me in like just a couple of months. And now I use a combination because you have to. I can't keep losing weight,
No,
so I'm trying
right.
to just maintain in that 178 to 183 pound range. And what I do is I do my carnal diet pretty much with intermittent fasting 4 days a week. And then the other 3 days a week, I kind of follow a looser Weight Watcher sort of thing. And it's keeping me in the range. If I see my weight going up above 183, 184, I go pure hardcore carno and it gets it right back down. And then I live there. So it's now that's what's happening for me. It's finding that scale and that balance. But it's all exciting and it has its physical side and it has its psychological side. And Sean, I was talking to you about that with you before. I was saying, even though I'm at this weight now, I still quote unquote identify as
Yep.
a fat guy. I've been a fat guy 75% of my life, Kane, right? So
Yeah.
even though you look like you look now, in
But
here, you
in your
still feel like
mind,
that.
When I
Yes,
look in the
yes,
mirror, I don't see that.
it's so
absolutely.
crazy.
Yep. Everybody tells me all the time, "Oh, you're so skinny." I'm not. I don't feel skinny.
It's
What
so
I've
very
noticed
true.
is like when I take pictures with somebody now, they
Hmm.
put their arm around me and like I have a waist.
Yes,
I never
So,
thought of
yes,
that.
and because we take
absolutely.
so many hundreds, thousands of pictures during the holiday, that's going to be
Okay, yeah.
something. That's a total different thing. You don't realize it.
It probably
Well,
feels
Kane,
pretty
I wanted
good.
to say,
It
I
feels.
wanted to
It's a
say to
reminder to
you,
me. I'm like, oh my god, I'm back. I'm back. I can breathe. I can. I can't even say enough about. And that's why I'm so happy that you guys are on here because myself, I feel so much better. And I know this is going to be a rockin' season because of the energy and you do better when you feel good about yourself. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So, um, Kane, let's move on to you. I want to know about you. Tell the viewers, the audience about your story.
Oh, absolutely. Can I hear Dennis's question real quick?
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, it went out of my mind real quick, but I did have a question for you. It was about your journey, and being overweight for most of your. It was about
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
I noticed that you are very comfortable with the camera now, with photographing yourself, and I think I saw this. I think you expressed this on your site, and I know I'm the same way. Not having fat pictures of yourself. It's like
Yeah.
people ask you to post fat pictures. Like I don't really have a whole lot because you
Never
avoid
really
being
took them.
that
Yeah.
camera, right?
Isn't that funny?
I
Yeah.
would tell my aunt and aunts and uncles, I'd tell them, don't take pictures of me, and I'd run away. Yeah, I don't
Wow.
have very many. I have I have videos from my baptism. I didn't get them yet. Those will be nice to upload eventually, but
Right.
I don't have them yet. I was pretty big when I got baptized. I was probably like 500 pounds.
Okay.
So that'll
Wow.
be interesting to see those again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just such a mindset, though. It really is of what we do to avoid the camera, and then when we
Mm,
feel good about ourselves, everything that we're pointing at now, like you said, Sean, people will put their arm around you now, and I have people that want to hide behind me. As whereas before, I was hiding behind people.
And that's
I
funny you
get it.
say that because now when I look at pictures, just random pictures, I actually notice that more than ever now. That I
Yeah.
know that's why they position themselves where whoever it was in pictures. Today I was thinking that like I don't have to do that anymore. I'm so happy, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Crazy. So
Always
Kane,
had to
tell us
stand on
tell
the
us
edge.
about yeah, tell us about you, your journey, where you've been, where you're at.
Well, when I got real big in high school, when I was real young, I was probably over 300 pounds in seventh grade. I don't know how old I would have been in seventh grade, but definitely over 300 pounds. Probably the only kid in high school that was, or in middle school, wearing grown adult clothes.
Yeah.
Got picked on and bullied real bad for being poor. So that's probably a big factor of why I was big. Uh, so I guess out of high school, I started playing a lot of online games. So I sat on the computer a lot, ate a ton of fast food. I probably ate 20 double cheeseburgers a week, couple Big Macs, couple gallons of tea, like literally 1 gallon of tea every day, and that's over 1,000 calories by itself. plus other stuff, snacks and chips and little Debbie cakes by the box every day. I ate really bad. I might have been way worse than Dennis. uh, and then when our dad died, I was around 30 years old. So just 4 years ago, that's when I started
Sorry.
to lose weight.
Yeah.
He died, so me and my brother took over our hardware store. We have a little hardware store in the area for the past 60 years. It's just family owned. A lot of people in the area come to us and they sell us stuff and they get help. And so we've been doing that our whole lives. But with taking over the business, that caused me to get off the computer. So I started to lose weight a little bit that way. And then I got really into it and I started by just re-graveling our driveway. That's the first thing I did was a shovel and a wheelbarrow at almost 600 pounds doing that as well. I did the whole driveway. It's big.
I bet that was hard, wasn't it?
Oh, it sucked. It was
Yeah.
really old gravel too, so you had to use a pick on it. You had to shovel
Wow.
it up. You had to push the wheelbarrow, then rake it out. So it was a good workout every day though. And it was a really good starting point because you were getting work done and you were losing weight. And because you're working so much, you weren't really eating as much too, so it helped with the
Right.
diet a lot. Our dad wasn't with us anymore, so the fast food quit. He was the fast food guy.
Yeah.
uh, so we quit eating fast food altogether, me and my brother.
But tell your dad was doing it as like a gift to you children. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
he just
We
really
grew up super poor, so we never went out to eat. And the second the business picked up a little bit, he started to go out and buy us food all the time because we never had it growing up. And he got a little bit too into it, I think.
yeah.
That's same with the little Debbie cakes and everything bad that you can think of. We never grew up with it, so he bought it for us. And he never had it growing up either, so he wanted to, let us have what he didn't have. But
It's-
absolutely.
That's our parents are
yeah.
funny that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Kane, if I could, um, I go back. I was That was me my whole childhood life. That's
yeah,
how my mother showed love. Like you, Kane, I came up poor on the west side of Red Bank with next to nothing. There were
yeah,
days, they say mayonnaise sandwich is a real thing. Yeah, it was.
yeah, they're a real
You
thing.
know, so
Ketchup bread is a real thing too.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. But but my mom was a whiz in the kitchen, and
That's
she
good.
could take carbohydrates and fried foods and throw them together and flavor them up like nobody's business.
That's what we had
And
good too. Our dad
there
could
you
cook
go.
really well.
There you go. And so to
Yeah,
show love, that's how she showed love. She would show love by feeding us and feeding us those foods. Though, and I ate up the love.
oh, he
And
cooked
up
everything in 3 sticks of butter as well. Like everything was. It
that's
tasted
usually
good, but it was
that poverty
unhealthy.
life. And that's
Yeah,
why I work with children in poverty to this day, and that's a big part of it. That's why nutrition programs and things like that are really important in school systems like that, because
yeah.
growing up the way we did, you don't know a whole lot, and it's cheaper to go out and
No,
buy a
you don't
whole
know.
bunch of pasta or rice and things like that than to
Exactly,
eat
yeah.
healthy. And but my mom would show love that way, and I discovered this. I've looked at my life being getting ready to be 66 now. That was the
Oh,
first
wow.
stage of my life from 0 to 18 years old when I lived in my mother's household.
Yeah,
I just got fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter.
yep.
Um, all of her love. It wasn't until I was 18 years old and I went to Nashville, Tennessee for my first year in college, away from home, away from my mother, on a food plan at the college. When I went
Okay,
into
yeah.
college, I was 5'6", 230 pounds. I was a big boy. I wasn't huge, huge, but I was a big boy at 5'6" and 230 at 17 years old.
Yeah.
Um, so once I went off to college, though, I dropped in the first school year. I dropped from the 230 down to 173 pounds. I
Wow.
Yeah.
just, I was, for the first time in my life, I was in control of my own food. I
Yeah.
wasn't getting mother's love because I couldn't go home between, because we were poor. It was in Tennessee. I could only go down, fly down
Mm,
once, stay there all and come back. And So in that first year, so that was the first period and the only period that I naturally in my life just was down in weight in my 20s. I actually competed in bodybuilding for a short period of
That's really
time
good. Yeah.
in the early 70s. And, but then life started lifing after college. Again, it's when I
Yeah.
got a job
Well,
and when I
that's
got
why
everything
I've
else.
always advocated. Years ago, I was a counselor and for education, nutrition, because people just don't know. And to hear people talk about being angry about how they're spending their money given to them to buy food, they need education,
Yes.
definitely.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
uh, they
We
they
didn't have that
really
in high school.
and they don't know any better. I mean, I would go to people's houses for home visits. Get them, they'd be getting their first job finally, or out of, on parole or whatever it may be, and they would be so proud of the frozen stuff in the freezer, like dinners and things, and
Because that's all
and
we
they
Yeah.
ever
would be
had.
getting
That
the
was a
children
high class.
back. So that's
Yeah.
what I first thing I would do is say, there's some classes at the health department. We're going to get you into them so you can learn because it wasn't their
Yeah,
fault.
you definitely don't want frozen meals.
No.
You definitely want to cook your own food.
That was so hard. I'll never forget that visit for this one girl. She was trying so hard. But yeah, it's, education, a lot of things. Education is an answer for what we're doing right now, for losing weight, for eating, all of these things.
It's
So,
like I was telling you before with the nutrition labels in the store, they have everything too high. They don't have enough protein in their
yeah.
food. So everything is just super high carb and sugar. Sugar is carbs, but everything's really high carbs, but they don't have enough protein, so you don't get as full, you don't stay as full, and you eat more. It's just like never ending pit, basically. You can just eat that food forever,
And you are
and
such
it's
a wealth of information about this stuff. Right now, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, I would like to talk about nutrition. And
okay.
we'll pick your brain a bit to share with the audience. So,
All right.
commercial break. I think we're going to answer some questions real quick here. I can, Bart's asking, you're 5'6". Is that correct, Dennis?
I am 5'6". Yes.
And you're 66 years old. Is that correct?
It will be 66 in October. Yes.
Okay. And Cain is how old?
I'm 33. It looks like my camera quit moving.
I think we have like theater ghost on here.
Can you hear me?
Really?
Yes.
We we can see and hear you.
Oh, no. There you
Oh,
go.
there you
I,
are.
I just don't see myself moving. That's all it is.
Okay. We
I
see
don't
you.
know why.
So how tall are you?
I'm 5'9",
5'9". Okay.
and I'm at 200 pounds right now.
Okay.
So pretty
So
much the same as Dennis, just about.
okay.
Yeah. Well, proportionally, I'm at 17. I'm about 180 right now.
Oh, that's where I'm headed. That's where I'm
There you
going
go.
right
And I've
now.
only come to. I really, like I said, within this last on the carnivore. That's what took me from the 200 down to the 180, and it's only been like this year, really.
I'm
Okay. So
kind of carnivore. I probably eat maybe 20 grams of carbs every day, sometimes 50,
what I
but
want to
it's
start with
mainly keto.
before we get into these all these words and
Yes,
things before
yes,
we
yes,
is I
absolutely.
want to know personally how you felt before and how you feel now. We're going to do everything backwards here. Like this is the end game. How are you feeling now versus how you felt at the beginning, physically, mentally? Explain that to us. Because I want the audience, people watching this, if they're in the same boat right now as what you were, I want them to know what they can be and how you're feeling now by doing these things. So, Dennis, go ahead.
Sure. As I said, it's been a lifetime for me of ups and downs. I posted just recently a picture of myself, and I said to my 16-year-old self, could you believe this would be you at 66? And I'm telling you, I feel pretty darn good. Physically, moving around. I mean, of course, I'm 66. I've got things, but I'm wearing clothes that I couldn't wear. I'm living a lifestyle I couldn't live. I am comfortable. I do things without thinking about them.
Yeah.
Um, I travel without thinking about it. I'm comfortable in a car. I'm comfortable on a plane. I'm comfortable in a bus or a train. I'm comfortable in a theater seat.
How about
The
going up
little things that
stairways? That's a big deal for me.
stairways is no problem at all. I love that I can still kind of run up and down stairs. I'm not, doing the Rocky thing, but I can get up and down stairs. And I see some other people that are in my age bracket. God bless you. I see where you are, and it's a matter of whether you move or don't move. I think Cain hit on it. A big part of what I do to keep myself healthy is, yes, I do go to the gym, but I try to do practical things as well. I mow my lawn a lot. I like to do a lot of yard work. That's how I get my steps in, doing physical labor. I like to ride my bike. Just ride around the community. I'm semi-retired, so I'll just ride my bike, just see people,
Tell me
but
the
it's
impact
also
on your
burning
season,
calories, and
Dennis.
so it's just moving.
Tell me the impact on your season and
Uh,
performing.
it's Absolutely. Well, I'm a very active Santa. I always have been, even as a big Santa. But as a big Santa, trying to dance and trying to do some of the things I was doing, whoa, I would be wiped out. And now I get my boogie on,
I bet you
last
were a
season I was
blast as
talking.
a Santa.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I can get my dance on. I love just playing with the children. One of my photographers last year, she set up, hi, Paige. She set up a box that's about 4 by 4. And then I would sit in it like L shaped, sometimes on my back with my legs up on the thing and with a
Wow.
child inside of me. And then she would take like 4 different pictures and create them into a photo box.
Very
But I
cool.
could do that. I would have never been able to do that at the upper weights because I would have never been able to maneuver to get down on the floor to get in the box to have to be able to do things like that. I There are some children who are scared to get near Santa. I'll back off, let them have the throne, and then I'll slowly come from off just out of their sight, and I'll kneel down near them, like right next to them. They don't even realize it because I can kneel in so slowly and quickly, almost like a lunge. And there's no way I would have been able to do that as a big Santa. I mean, I've had children, if they're scared, all I could do was sit there and wait for them to calm down. So I can move, I can maneuver. It makes such a difference. And
So next year
I've
I'll
been a
have,
Santa for over 30 years.
yeah, next year I'm going to have Fit Santa's back, of course. And I can't wait to talk about even myself with how different my season will be. The 10-hour days, how bad was it? Or, how good was it? I'm imagining it's not going to, it's just going to be phenomenal better. I can't wait for that. So, Kane, tell us about how you feel versus how you did feel.
Well, I lost my weight a lot younger, so I never really got diabetes or any problems like that. No, I guess physical problems, but definitely, like Dennis said, I can go upstairs now. I can run now. I couldn't run before. I was 600 pounds. I can walk further than 30 feet without needing to sit down or lean on something.
Wow.
That, I eat way better. I have a lot more energy. I'm never hungry. Uh, you can work all day, stay up all night, and work all the next day. You have so much energy. It's hard to explain where it all comes from. So definitely do feel a lot better. But happiness wise, honestly, I was happy both ways.
Aw. So
Yeah,
does the weight affect, I don't know if it's just hormonal being female, but like brain fog? Like I've lost, it feels like inflammation or something too is gone with the weight for me. Like I can
yeah,
sing better. It feels better to sing. As simple as that.
can absolutely talk better. Yeah, I think so. Your tongue moves a little better. I think so.
Yeah. You
You're
don't
just
think
not
of
as.
these things, and it's
It
true.
absolutely is better. You speak way better. I think you're a
Wow.
lot nicer. Absolutely, because you
Wow.
don't have so many aches and pains and problems. So you're a lot nicer to everybody. You're a lot more active with people. Like you go out more. You're not as embarrassed.
Yeah.
Uh, I know Dennis was always a Santa, so he might not have been as embarrassed being bigger, but I was almost twice as big as him. You got
Wow.
to remember
Well,
that too.
I've been a performer pretty much all my life as well.
Okay,
I've
that
always been
helps a
involved in
lot.
theater and things like that. Outside of being Santa, I am also a professional ventriloquist. I am
Oh, that's
also
cool.
I lead drum circles, um, but you're both hitting on a point. It's the energy level. It's tremendously different. And what you said, Sean, about the brain fog and having clarity of mind. And the thing that I get from me being a performer and being someone who speaks, and this probably hits you too, Sean, um, just your cadence and your speaking style when you're in front of the camera. When I was overweight, it was more like kind of talking
Yeah,
like this, and I didn't realize it at the time because I was just fat, and I was trying to get as much air as I could in between anything I would say. But now I can talk like, and breath is just there,
I can't.
and
I'm going to be
it's
at Charles Howard pretty soon in the chorus choir.
that's really nice.
I
okay.
know. So, and I did it the last 3 or 4 years. So I'm very looking forward to seeing how it feels to sing this
You
time
should be
in
able to
front of
sing a
a crowd.
lot more. Yeah,
I know. I was in Mamma Mia this last January, so I lost
that's
about
very
half the
cool.
weight, and that was amazing. Just at that point. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's these things that are really affecting me that I never even thought about before. I thought it
With
was physical, all the
Well,
other stuff.
your energy level is going to be so different, Sean, with the singing. I
hmm
sing a lot with my ventriloquism. I also sing in my church choir. But it's almost like for a singer, it's like if you're a singer and you're sitting down, they tell you to stand up to open
Yep.
up your diaphragm. That's how it is the difference between having the weight on you and not having the weight on you. It's the difference
hmm
between sitting and having all this crushing and not and standing and not having that pressing on you.
Yeah.
And when that weight is not pressing on you, your vocal cords come out better, you project better.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have weight pushing into your lungs.
I never even
absolutely.
realized any of this. I'm going to be a Mary Poppins this next March. So
Congrats.
see how that goes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So,
Going back to that, I was going to say, going back to the brain fog, I usually always have brain fog because I do have really bad epilepsy.
yeah.
So I take Keppra, Trileptal, I take a
Wow.
Klonopin, and I take a new pill now too. So I'm on all this medication, and it's all brain medication too. So it messes with your short-term memory. It makes you wander off a little bit, and it still hasn't controlled my seizures. I
No.
had a couple today.
Well, at least the weight's gone. So you've got all the
it's
positives are going in your direction, I would
it
imagine.
helps tremendously for
Yeah.
epilepsy. I used to just when I was younger, I would have a seizure, and I would just walk through my mom when she was coming out to see if I was having a seizure into my bedroom. I would just get up, and you kind of sleepwalk after a seizure sometimes. And I
Yeah.
would just kind of walk right through her because I was 600 pounds and she's like
Wow.
100 pounds. Yeah, so she couldn't really hold me down or nothing. My dad was always very big and strong as well. He was bigger than I am now. and he would just grab me and turn me around and walk me back and put me in my bed. So after we
Wow.
lost my dad, nobody could control my seizures. That was kind of bad. But the brain fog is always there,
It's too bad.
unfortunately.
But at least I would also think that they can get the prescriptions better without the wait. Pills, how that
The
all
MRI was a lot better. I couldn't fit in an MRI machine before, so I could actually do that this time.
is awesome. So
I'm
tell
sorry.
us
There's
tell us
Go
about
ahead.
nutrition then. Let's get into that because we've got some questions too people are asking. Um, Tell us about how you do it, Kane. Tell us.
Me? Okay,
Yeah.
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 I went 100% all natural. I had no surgeries, no medication, nothing. I just did food and exercise. So my diet is based on, it's very simple. It's one protein to 10 calories. That's my entire diet. I don't drink any calories, and I drink a gallon of water every day.
Okay.
I do a lot of protein powders. My camera is being weird right now. Maybe if I switch it around, it might fix it.
I
All
don't know
right.
the way I wouldn't
Oh,
touch
there it goes.
with anything. This
I know, right? You don't want to touch anything.
ah,
I got it to work. So this is the bread I switched to. I'd say this is probably the pinnacle of my diet. I eat the most of this. So it's keto bread from Lewis
okay.
Bake Shop. And then the nutrition, like I was hitting on, one protein to 10 calories. So this very well surpasses that. So this is almost as good as chicken in its bread.
Wow.
So yeah, so you can make a chicken sandwich on this bread, and it's like eating two chicken breasts,
Oh
which
wow.
is pretty. I mean, you're getting 12 protein per two slices of bread. And then I do the gold standard protein. It's $65 for this giant jug, and it lasts a little more than a month.
Okay.
I do creatine. I think everybody should be doing creatine. There's no downside to it whatsoever. And then I do a lot of this steak. It's 100% beef. It's 21 grams of protein, and then it's not bad on the calories as well. It's 150 calories per serving, which is one of the steaks, and
So it
21 grams of protein.
makes it
So,
easier to control what you're taking in then.
yep. And then for peanut butter, I do a lot of peanut butter and jelly. I just make my own peanut butter. See, this says 60 calories and 8 grams of protein, so it fits the diet. And then you put this on this bread, and you got a pretty good sandwich. I do a lot of protein bars as well, which I honestly.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
So
I do. Go ahead.
go ahead with the protein bars. What kind?
You can only do like 2 protein bars a day. A lot of them have alcohol sugar in them, and your body doesn't really like it too much. It gives you a lot of gas. It makes you bloated. It makes you constipated. So I wouldn't do more than 2 protein bars a day.
Okay.
But uh, for protein bars, though, you definitely want to get them at least one protein to 10 calories, or don't buy it. It's just a weight gainer
Okay.
bar otherwise.
Okay. Good to know. So Angela just showed what Angela, what were you showing us?
And say barbells are a really good protein bar. Oh, she has the same one. It's a
Awesome.
good. It's a good one. It's 240 calories to 50 protein, which is
It's
pretty
my
good.
husband's. It's not mine.
So Angela, we
He
got you
also
on here. Tell us, there you go. He
She
just
have
showed that.
creatine as well.
Tell
yeah.
us about your little journey real quick while we got you on here. What did
Yeah.
because you've lost some weight and getting
I have lost 69 pounds in a year.
yay,
Bless
good
you.
for you.
And I've cut my carbs, my sugars, and I've started fasting about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. And that's really helped.
Yeah.
I
I
fast
did
any,
intermittent fasting for the first year, and I dropped 100 pounds. And
I,
then I switched it to the carnivore diet.
yeah, I fast anywhere from 17 to the most I've gone, I think was 25 or 26 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Still water though, I assume. I hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I don't know.
Now, if I
For
could,
for the
if I
last
could
three
try,
years, go ahead.
I do drink water, yes.
I was going to say for the last 3 years after that first year of intermittent fasting, I was doing 200 calories every hour, but that was also 20 protein every hour.
Yeah.
That's what I switched to, and the weight kept falling off like crazy. But I was walking 15,000 steps a day, and I was lifting 5 hours to 6 hours a day every day, other than
Wow.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it. I think everybody is at different points in their journey, and
Yep.
that's what everybody needs to find out. You have to find out what works for you. That's why
Yeah,
whenever I talk about my journey, I say, for me, this is what worked. Now there
yeah,
was a point when Kane, you said you're 33, correct?
yeah. I'm
Okay, so
33.
I'm
Yeah,
right. So like I said, back in my bodybuilding heyday, I was in my 20s. And that's where I was. I was, counting those calories. I mean, eating was everything, and I was focused on you know, but that was my lifestyle at that time. And then life started lifing. And now that I'm an older
yeah.
guy, I find that I don't have that same passion to want to look at calories. I don't want to read labels.
I
I want to
I do
I
not
want to
count them
find what
anymore.
intuitively works for me. And right now, this program that I'm on intuitively works for me. I don't really have to think about it, because food has become like a secondary thing for me. It's
Exactly.
almost pretty much like it's just fuel. I just have to put it
Exact.
in,
It
so I
is
don't even have
fuel.
to have variety. So I eat really almost the same thing all the time. I eat bacon and eggs up the wazoo because like
Yeah.
every meal it's bacon and eggs, and but I try to keep it simple. My hardest thing, being a gentleman who's getting a bit older, is I still love to work out. I still like to go to the gym, but I don't have the strength that I used to have when I was 33. I still don't have you know, and my testosterone level just is not what it was. And so no matter
Have
how
you
hard
talked to
I
the
work
doctor
out,
about that?
well, no, I mean, I'm within normal ranges for a
Okay.
66
I
year
was gonna
old guy.
say a lot of people
And
over 50
so,
start to take testosterone.
no, I know. And that's the whole point. And I've never wanted to look at anything like that. I've just felt like I've
Okay.
always been naturally. I've never used it. The only thing I ever used was creatine, and I am not a fan of creatine. And I'll tell you
No?
why. For me, it causes bloat. It
Oh,
makes my stomach
Okay.
blow up like a tick,
If you do over
and
the
it's
5 grams, it does that for a lot of people. But if you were doing
yeah. I
5 grams
didn't.
and still getting it, yeah, there's nothing you can do.
I was not. It just makes me uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. But that's just me. That's me. So that's why I said everybody has to
well,
find.
yeah.
But right
Cain,
now, that is what I'm looking at because I'm older, and you older Santas out there, you're probably facing the same journey.
yeah,
It's hard to find honesty out there. So I look at these guys. I see some guys that are touting their things, and obviously they're using performance enhancement drugs, and I don't have a problem with that. I have no problem with that at all. But be
If
honest
they're
with me,
doing
guys.
it,
If you are,
yeah,
please don't tell me you're doing natural, and then I'm trying to follow your thing, and I'm getting smaller, and you're getting bigger, and you're not being honest.
right.
So I'm
a
at the
lot of those
point
guys
now.
on performance drugs, yeah, they
Yeah,
eat a lot more food, and it
absolutely,
won't work for a normal
because you can,
guy.
because they work. But
Yeah,
my point is this: I've always tried to be honest with my audience on New Age Santa and things like that. This is what I do. At up to this point, I've not used any performance enhancement drugs or anything like that. However, I'm considering, because I am 66, I have lost a nice amount of weight and I feel good, but I feel like no matter how hard I work out, my muscles are shrinking, and I'm
yeah.
training smart. I'm resting. I'm getting enough protein. I'm getting my water in, taking my supplements, but my muscles are just naturally not as full
That's
because I'm
testosterone.
66. So, exactly. So, I know there is testosterone replacement therapy out there for older gentlemen. I'm
Most people
considering
do it
that.
over 50. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
consider it.
considering that now. So,
I
that's
just was
that's me
telling my
being
uncle to do it
transparent.
the other day.
And I'll just say for women, you can get hormone patches. There's all kinds of things out now. You just have to push for it. You have to find the right people that'll do it because for some reason they're in the dark ages still about a lot of that stuff. So, but to find the right person, it really does help. And man,
It
does it
must
help. Just saying.
probably the same for you then. Like with
Yeah.
men, they just quit producing testosterone over like
Ex-
45, and like they don't produce as much. And by the time they hit 60, it's almost done, and you can't
yeah.
really build muscle without testosterone.
And a lot of these ladies that are painfully, I watch them being sweating and gaining weight and going through all these, it's hard on their bodies and them. And stuff like that might help them. It really, really,
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor or
Yeah, it's
anything
it's something
close,
to look
but
at. That's what led me down the path. Was women led me down the path because I just started thinking about women just going through menopause and things like that, and
yeah,
many of them go on hormone replacement therapy to balance you out. When we
Yeah.
age, our bodies just naturally stop producing the things that it produced when we were younger, and sometimes we have to
It,
supplement it just
and
to
this is all
stay
part of
even.
something that will help you during your season as a performer and in life. But
Absolutely.
oh, it'll give you a lot more energy if you had, yeah, if you were on
definitely.
testosterone.
So real quick, Angela, can you put that banner that you had up there? And Kane, I want you to explain what she's got up here to us. It's about your
Let's see what
support on
say.
YouTube, your
Oh yeah.
inspiration.
So bad days when I didn't want to work out. What throughout my entire journey, I would watch people like Brian Shaw. He's a world's strongest man. He makes a lot of good YouTube videos. And Eddie Hall, same as Brian Shaw. He's British. They both won World's Strongest Man. They're big fitness influencers. And honestly, their content is all about helping people, and they're great. And then you have Dr. Mike Israetel. He was probably my number one guy I went to for nutrition and a lot of stuff, honestly. He has hundreds of beautiful videos that help so much. You could sit down and watch his videos for hours and learn so many things. And he has a little bit of comedy in the videos too, which makes it a lot nicer.
Nice.
And then my entire lifting style of how I gained muscle, which is a big reason why I don't count calories anymore, is because I put on a lot of muscle. And it honestly, I could eat anything anymore, and it feels like I don't gain weight. I lift after Jay Cutler. His style completely. It works for me. I live at home. I have epilepsy really bad, so I can't drive, so I can't go to the gym. So I kind of did everything at home with 3 sets of dumbbells, lifting like Jay Cutler.
Good for
uh,
you.
yeah, he was a very big help. And then there's Coach Greg on YouTube as well. He's not bad to listen to as well.
So this
He's
is
just a
wonderful.
motivator.
If people are in their homes and they want to do this stuff on their own, they can reach out. They can get on this page, the Fit Santas. They can use
Please.
your
Yeah, I can show you
inspirations.
what I use to lose the weight.
Okay.
There it is. So all I used for the majority of it was these 3 sets of dumbbells right here, and that was it. That's all I had. And then eventually we slowly got these into the hardware store, the plates, the old York plates and stuff. And then I bought a bench on Facebook Marketplace for $20.
Wow.
So
It can be done if you want to
No,
get
there
it
that's
we
done.
awesome.
go. Yeah, you can jump on Marketplace on Facebook and get an entire weight set for $50 and bring it to your house and lose weight all you like.
In your
That's the
own
big part of
privacy.
losing weight
Yeah.
is gaining muscle.
Yeah.
More muscle, more calories you burn.
So those are
Absolutely.
some of the resources they can do. The Fit Santas. YouTube is a wealth of information. Can they reach out to either one of
It's
you, anybody on here in the audience? To,
I would love to say, I can't begin to espouse how wonderful the Fit Santa site is.
nice.
That's where I mainly reach out. That's where I get all my inspiration because it's just us. It's
it's a
not
very good
the
site.
professionals. It's not the experts. It's the maybe a professional Santa or a singer or a dancer or a a hardware store worker who just want to talk to other people who are everyday kind of blue collar people like we are, and we're just trying to
Hmm.
get through life and trying to figure this all out. So I would highly recommend for anybody on a weight loss journey, if you want to find some respectful brothers and sisters to talk about when you're feeling stuck, or when you want to see some inspiration of people who have lost hundreds of pounds, or if you want to see people who are being honest and saying, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do, please
Yeah.
help me. We're all there and we support one another.
And
And
I will also have to plug Leanne Johnson Carr. If you actually want to reach out to her too, she's a trainer. right?
Oh, that's
And
cool.
so she's more than happy to help you. And she's put some really cool videos on there, real simple exercises that you can do. So she's another one. We had her on the previous show. So if you wanted to see her interview and watch her, she's on there.
That
So,
would be episode 20
yeah,
for people looking for it. I think this is 21.
yeah, or it was 19 maybe. I think I've had one in between or two. I don't know. It'll show on there.
I just figured to help them
Yeah,
find it.
yeah. Um, let's see what else we have. We've talked about nutrition, some places to start, some support. Um, how about mindset? What's the magic to get in the right mindset? Would you guys
That's the
recommend?
biggest part of it for sure. Yeah.
I know
If
the
you don't
food
change
noise.
that,
I needed to stop the food noise, and life is more important than eating all the time. That's
I'll
the
let
way.
Dennis go first.
I think breaking habits is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
For me, I find myself, I'll get into a jag one way or the other. Um, I just recently came off of a bad period. I had a lot going on in my life. I mean, life was life and real hard this summer.
Mm.
And I found myself at the end of the summer resting on my laurels for two reasons. Here's one that's ironic. I was doing really well and sharing with people around me how well I was doing, but I've discovered that if you share too much around people who aren't doing as well as you're doing, they don't really want to hear about you anymore. And they really kind of start backing off. You know, people you haven't seen in a long time, they go, "Wow, you look great," and they do. But the people around you regularly, once you start doing okay, and that sounds a little almost vain to say, and like brag, like you're
You're
bragging,
not
but it's
wrong
not.
though.
I'm just looking for support. It's like this is hard, and it's hard to stay
It
here.
goes
So,
50-50 on that
right. So
too.
I try to
Sometimes
talk
you
to
get a
people
guy
about
that wants to help or wants
right.
your help as well.
Yeah, yeah, no, and that's what keeps me going sometimes because sometimes then I don't want to post because I feel like I'm bragging and I don't want to do stuff because I'm feeling like people are like, yeah, you don't want to, oh, there's Dennis again talking about how he lost weight and there's Dennis talking about food, you know, and
I find it
it hits,
encouraging. Just so you
I,
know, I find you very encouraging.
thank you, but it
Yeah, I
hits my
like
heart.
all your posts.
It hits my heart, so I keep coming back. Like that's why I said that's why I try to go back to people who want to hear it, who want to do it. And as a Santa Claus, um, Sean, to answer your question about what keeps you going, that's what keeps me going. I mean, just feeling good in my Santa suit, being able to move well for the children as I'm aging, being able to interact clear of mind with the families, giving them what they need and want as I'm aging. These are all wonderful and magnificent things, and I would love to be able to be a Santa for another 20 years or so.
Good for
Um,
you.
so it's important to stay
An-
in good condition.
Another
Yeah,
bonus that
absolutely.
I found is that I've had my outfits tailored to fit because they're huge
Yes.
on me. They were. Wow, does that feel wonderful? And it's a
Yeah.
reminder, like it perfectly fits my
Well,
I
little.
I
didn't buy
changed.
new
I
clothes
changed my
until like
entire
2 years
look.
after I started.
Really? Wow,
I
wow,
was wearing 5 and 6X shirts for 2 years, and they were like dresses for a while. I
wow.
And
was losing over 100 pounds a year or so. I felt like I don't have a lot of money. I live on like $660 a month.
Yeah,
So to go out and buy a pair of pants every month, because I'm losing a pant size every month, I can't do it.
yeah,
I
wow.
just had to get the belt and poke new holes in it.
Well,
I'm
For
gonna
I
say
will
for the
tell you that
Santa.
I was wearing the baggy clothes, and I had a cousin in a different state text me and say, "Would you get clothes that fit?" And I,
Just go to Ross's and buy some clothes.
I wasn't even, it was just comfortable, and I didn't, and but it was,
Exactly. Yeah, it's your clothes. It's what you wore
and I
all the
still
time.
hadn't, my mind hadn't caught up with what was
I
going
kept some of
on.
them just to have them, so
Yeah,
I can look at them later and be like, "Geez, look at these 60. I wore size 60 pants, like they were
yeah.
big,
Yeah,
and
Nope,
now I'm in
I've
a
definitely.
tried.
size 31. It's a very different thing."
You should do those pictures where you take,
I thought about it. Like I said, a
I
lot of
have the
people want to
one
see
that I
the
said I
skin
sent you
still.
guys. I think
yeah,
I have the one that I sent with my belt. That's the only thing I've really kept. Is I have my original
well,
Santa, and I have
I
the
got a
picture of
pair
the
of
Zola.
pants, but they're pretty buried, or else I'd pull them out. I do have a pair of size 60 pants though, and one of my 6X shirts. I have that orange shirt from the picture actually on my
Oh,
Facebook. I kept that shirt.
well, I think
it's
it's a
it's
good
big.
reminder, and it would be a cool picture. Um,
Sean, if I could,
yes,
on what you were saying about tailoring your suit,
yes,
um, I want to say to the Santas that are out there, I know that's a big deal that is talked about often on Fit Santa and on my New Age Santa page. Is once you've lost weight, what do you do with your suit? Do you pad? Do you wear a pillow? Do you whatever? On Fit Santa, we're about no padding. Just go with what you have.
yeah.
However, you hit the nail on the head regarding your Santa suit. You really need to tailor it. And if you lost a lot of weight, you're going to have to get a new suit. For me, I've lost a significant amount of weight, and I feel like the traditional Santa suit looks too pixie-ish on me because I'm
Your new
smaller now.
suits look
So
very
I look
good.
like this like little kind of little pixie fairy thing.
Yeah.
So I've actually changed my look as a
Oh,
result. So I have the
Almost a
tailored,
little more
I have the
medieval
tailored long
looking.
coat. Well, it's the tailored long coat Christmas Chronicles style of Kurt Russell in the movie
yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
Chronicles.
Oh, that
It's a
makes
more
sense.
slimming sort of, but you still look full as Santa, but it's a more trimming look. So I had to actually change what I wear as Santa because I feel like just as a 180-pound Santa, with the traditional suit, I look too pixie-ish unless I put some kind of pillow or fluffing or something in it. So
Well,
Yeah, you don't
that's a
really want to
thought
do
for
that.
Santas in your suits. You definitely have
what
to have the
one
suits
thing
that
I've
fits.
noticed is that I've actually ordered another one that's a 1800s Victorian, very well fitted, very fitted, and
That's cool.
but that's I would have never been able to get away with that, and it
Right.
feels so good. And it's
Anything Victorian sounds amazing.
yeah, it's going to be really, really pretty. Um,
Yeah.
but it's a whole different ball game with branding and a company I'm working
Right.
for and stuff like that. So, but I mean, it feels good to be able to wear that. And the other thing with tailoring your outfits, I've had three of them, four of them tailored, and the guy it doesn't cost a whole lot with what he's been doing. It's not that difficult, and he is actually going to be taking pictures of me with me as my official elf this year, Elf Tom, because he's my tailor. So, because he's
That's
like
cool.
another dress.
He's literally the elf.
He is, and he was tickled, and he's like, "I'll dress up." So there was no argument about that, which is super cool. Plus, I guess he knew I had to do so many, he didn't charge me a whole lot. Aw,
Yeah, I do have some bigger friends that it's not tailored, but they buy fitted shirts when they lost weight and they
mhm.
felt way better.
He
So fitted
does.
shirts are apparently a good way to go too.
So who is this we have with us?
Well, he heard you talking about elves, didn't you? I surely did. This is Dorsey. Can you say hello to everyone? Who's out there? It's the internet. Hello, internet. How are
Oh,
you? It's
wow.
me, Dorsey. So we heard you guys talking about elves, but as I said, ventriloquism is one of the
Very good
things
at
that we do.
that.
I
I
don't usually
love
take him out with
that.
me at Christmas time, but during the summers, he will go out with me, and we do spread joy in the summertime, right? We sure do, Santa. All
You got to
right.
be
Say
doing
bye
something
for.
in July, I
See
would
you
assume.
later.
Yeah,
There's always a little Christmas in July.
he's great. Betsy, can you put on there where we're gonna be going to DC in the comments, please? I'm going to a conference in, January,
Oh, that's
and it's
cool.
for puppets. Kids
Oh,
something it's called.
Oh,
I don't think Dennis is too far from DC, are you?
I'm not actually. I'm actually performing at a clown
Oh,
in Santa convention. It's in Virginia Beach next year in the
well, we're
spring.
going to Arlington at
Um,
Kidvention, it's called.
I would look up her
oh, okay,
ventriloquist
I've
thing.
heard of
Yeah, that
that.
might be something you'd
I've
be
heard of that.
interested in.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know of it. I know of it. Yes.
So we'll see. I'm gonna do these puppets and bring them to the kids. So I'm gonna get some training.
There you go.
Kidvention, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure the kids love that puppet, love the elf.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
It's
would have been
magical.
I'm
I
mesmerized.
enjoyed it growing up. I know I did.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. Okay, so we went over the hour, which is amazing. It went by so fast.
Yeah, I definitely could have said a lot more.
Isn't it crazy? Um,
Yeah.
so everybody can find you on Fit Santas and get your names off of here and message you, or you're all open to any help that is needed. We appreciate that. We appreciate you being here today, both of you. And next year we'll have you both back on the show, and if you want to, and talk again. It's been wonderful. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I'd absolutely come back on if you want me to.
The show will be recorded today, and it'll be put on YouTube tomorrow.
Okay.
It'll be under Sean White, The Claws Connect. So please, everyone, subscribe to that. It'll be on there forever to watch it, rewatch it. Thank you, Angela, today. We love you. And TNL, wonderful production. Um, and with that, thank you guys. You mean a whole lot to me that you were on here, and I enjoyed talking to you and getting to know you. You're both
Yeah,
wonderful
thank you very
men,
much.
and everything you're doing for others is as much as yourselves. You did so much for yourselves, but you're giving back, and that's
If
amazing.
there is anybody that needs help, they can find me right on Facebook under Cain
Okay.
Henry and just send me a message. And I try to reply to everybody, but there is a lot of messages.
Okay, okay. And if they do reply to you or tag or say that you were on the show, so you know
Oh,
where they're coming
absolutely.
from when they reach out to you, that would be great.
That'd be
Um,
really nice.
thank you, everybody, for joining us today, the audience. We appreciate you very much. I appreciate you being on here. And with that, I'm going to close the show out by saying something I say every week. Everything we do is for the children, the ones before us, beside us, and beyond us. And real quick, next week's going to be a mystery, and I don't even know what we're doing next week. So watch Monday, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Hang
Good
out. We'll see
night.
you in the green room, okay?
All right. Good night, everyone.
See ya.